Welcome to The Dave Show, and I'm Dave. Here I do quality and detailed product reviews, and today I have a dash cam for you. But it's not any ordinary dash cam whatsoever. This is from a company called JOMISE, and this is an 11-inch rear view mirror touchscreen 4K dash cam with front and rear cameras and a built-in recording to it. It does a lot of stuff. So we're going to talk about this product here in just a minute. Now, they did send me this product for a review, but they have no say on what I say. All the opinions here in this video are mine. Now, the box has a nice little flippy lid part to it. And let's see, some foam. And we get the mirror part. This is really nice. This is the rear view mirror part. Now it does say, welcome to your driving recorder. Please read the user manual and format the card, and don't use sharp tools to touch the screen. But it has a little protective plastic to it. But it's a nice big wide screen. And we're going to take a look at this in a little bit more details here, because there's all kinds of stuff going on with that. Okay, here's just another quick layout of all the stuff that we have there, from the manual to the mirror, power supply, GPS, power cables, mounting little rubber things, backup camera with mounting clip, and also some more mounting stuff, and the cleaning cloth. That is all the goodies that you get in this package. Now let's take a closer look at the mirror part, which is the camera and the screen and everything. The first thing on the back is you've got this camera that faces forward, and as you can see, it does swivel around. So that's the front-facing camera. This brackets is what attaches to your own rear view mirror. So you do not need to take out your rear view mirror. You just strap this on using those little rubber straps, like these little rubber straps here. Clip on, and they secure this particular panel to your existing mirror, which is really cool. All right, so this port here is the rear camera port. And this one here is the GPS port, micro SD card slot for recording, and USB for power supply port. And then you've got the fasteners, and of course the screen. And then on the bottom is your power button. Okay, now I'm going to try to show you how the wiring system is, and it's actually not too complicated. As you can see, I've got everything plugged in. This particular one goes to the backup camera, which is right here, and then on the backup camera has this red wire. This red wire is connected to the reverse lamp positive, so you do need to get access to your reverse lamp to wire this in, so when you hit reverse, the camera comes on and you can see it a lot better through your monitor here. But that's for the reverse camera. Again, they're sticky if you want to mount it on a window inside. There's mounting brackets where you can screw it onto plastic framing and so forth. But they also make this available for an outside mounting. So if you don't have really a back window but you want to mount it on a trunk, you can do that as well with the mounting kit. But that's the rear view camera mount. The next one is a GPS. So it has the GPS right there, receiver. The SD card goes right in, and then power. Power supply goes to the cigarette lighter at that point there. Also, the backup cable here is 21 feet. So it gives you 21 feet to route this cable all the way to the backup camera. Now this camera does have some on it as well, but this cable here is the 21 feet, and you also have some available for this part, the backup camera part. We're going to put the power in. Now this is just connected to a power bank over to the side, but as soon as you, there you go, as soon as you put the power in, it does power up, and what you're seeing is this camera here, which is the rear camera. And it did give a warning about an SD card. I do have an SD card here. I have a 128 gig V30 U3 card. This is the one that they recommend for this. So we're going to put that in there. I do want to format the card, yes. Okay, so it's formatted, and it looks like it's already recording. I'm going to show you the screen. You have the date and time up here, your directions, because this is the GPS bit that is plugged in. You can see that there. This is the rear camera, and then of course the power supply. But if you tap the screen, you have a dimmer or brightness of the screen, so you can adjust that. And then here you have some controls. There's a settings control. Now the first time I set this up, I did have to go through and set like English and a few different things, and it asks you your time zone and so forth. So when you first plug this in for the very first time, it will ask you that. But here in the settings, this is pretty cool. So you got storage, resolution. You can choose if you want 4K 2.5 or 1080. Loop time, you want it to loop every minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever. I'm going to maybe change that to 3 minutes. It's just a touch screen, which is pretty cool. Audio recording, yes, so it's going to record the audio. G sensor, this is the like an impact sensor. What it is if your car is hit or something really weird happens, it will also record that information with the GPS and all that stuff. So you can leave this in like a parking lot, 24-hour parking lot, and if someone bumps your car, it will initiate and activate. Now I do believe you need to get a secondary power supply or something to make sure the power is constant for that overnight kind of thing. Languages, screen timer off. You can have it the timer go off. Volume, brightness settings, reversing auxiliary lines. That is when you hooked up the rear camera to your brake lights and your reverse camera lights. As soon as you reverse, this will give you the actual reverse lines to show you where you are on that. Now, I'm going to install this in my van, and I really don't need that because we have an actual monitor for reversing, but you can do that. Mirror flip. This will flip the mirrors, the camera from left, right, or top or bottom, so you can adjust it how you like. So instead of seeing license plates backwards in your mirror, you can flip it so it is correct in vertical flip. Date and time, GPS information, speed units, you can do kilometers or miles, factory settings, more information, customer service. So you got a lot of stuff in that settings button. That is a playback. This is record. It's recording now. I can actually stop that. We don't need to be recording this. This is your screen situation. So now this is the front screen here. You can, I don't know if you can tell. That's the camera, the front camera, I mean, on that side. So you can have it split, or you can have it, that's just the front camera, or the back camera. Now, another way you can do that, you don't even need to touch that. All you have to do is swipe. So front camera, split, and back camera. And then photo, this will take pictures if you need to take a picture of something, and so forth, and locking. So a lot of indicators on there, but this is what it looks like. Again, this just gives you your direction that you're going and the whole bit there. Now this camera here is a 1080, and the other camera, which is on the mirror itself, is 4K. And I can show you here that this part here, that's the camera. This also extends out. So depending on how your mirror is set, this will extend out to the side. So that's also super cool. Okay, on the back hatch of the van, I don't know if you could see this or not, but there's the door part of it, and then this is the light. And there's a little space here between the light and the edge of the door. If I mount the camera right there in the middle, it will show up well and look good on the monitor. So let me show you where that's going to go. It's going to go right here, like that. And this is what it looks like. So now you can see it's got a nice view of the back if I mount it here. So that's the idea. That's where I'm going to mount it. Okay, I had the little rubber straps around there. That's the top part. So let's see what happens here. I'm using the shorter ones because I don't need the longer ones. There we go. They just clip on like that. That goes out like that. So that's sticking out a little bit, if you can see that, because that's going onto the mirror. But that is good. Now the mirror itself actually is good if you want to use it as a rear view mirror on its own. So if you want to see into the back seat, you can do that. Otherwise, when the monitor is on, you're not going to see it in the back seat. You're going to see straight out from the back of the car. So that is how that installs there. Okay, here's the power wire, and I plugged it in, and I just tucked it up on the up here at this little header up here, and then you can see it just kind of follows this line. I can't really tuck it up in there for some reason. And then this little rubber gasket basically just opens up a little bit, and I shoved it in, and I shoved it all the way down into right here. Let's see, let's get some light on that for you. You can see that right there. It just goes across and then under the floor mat. And then under the floor mat, it just comes up to the cigarette lighter plug in there. Okay, I got the line installed from the back camera all the way to the front and the side. I'm going to show you kind of what I did with that. Okay, so the line's going this way, and I tucked it in all the way. It goes all the way across over to the other side. Let's go take a look at the other side. Okay, so it's along the header, right where the space is. You can see a little bit coming in that side, and I tucked it in and tucked it in, and then it comes out that direction with the other cable all the way to plug it into there. It's still a little bit kind of loose. I might tape it up there or something like that. So it works great as a rear view mirror, no problem. I can see in the back seat and stuff. So let's turn it on. It is recording now. And also this is kind of cool because you can move the camera up or down to get the right angle. So mine's the right angle at that. Again, if you want to see the front, that's the front. That's what my garage looks like. And then there's a little adjustment. You can adjust that as well. Or you want to do both, you can see both. That one, it looks like if you do both, it's at a standard setting. It didn't stay at a tipped like that for some reason. It wasn't too difficult, but it did take some time and some patience. Now I did not put in the red wire connection to the backup lights because I don't know how to take those lights out. I am not a mechanic, and I don't need it because the van comes with that kind of thing when I reverse anyways. But if you were to do that, if you want that on your rear view backing up camera, you're going to have that installed either yourself or hire somebody to do it, like a mechanic or somebody that knows electrical on cars, which again I don't do, so and I don't really need it. Okay, now we're going to do a test drive in the car. I'm using my cell phone camera here for this camera, but we're going to show you the other camera. I've got everything going on there. So the front, the rear camera is going, it's rolling, and we're recording. Got everything hooked up. I did hook up the GPS part of it and just stuck it to the window and kept the cords kind of tangled up there, wrapped up at the top of it. But we're going to drive around. It's getting sunset time right now, so it's going to start to get dark. So we'll see how the low light capabilities are of this here in just a minute, because I have to go out and do some shopping, and by the time I'm done, it's going to be probably pretty dark.
As you can see, the video quality is really good. Now, the other part of it is the GPS. How does that work? Well, you have a little app that you download that links inside the manual, and when you drop your video into that, one of the video clips, I just did my front video, I'm showing it to you here, the app pulls up the map, pulls up the speed and the direction and everything. All the information is included in this with this app. So again, you can see everything in it, which is really cool. So if you're looking for a really good dash cam with a large screen, touch screen, 4K with GPS information capabilities, this one may be the right one for you.